This is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by former GB amateur star, about to turn professional, Calum French. Calum, how are you doing?
Buzzing, mate. Absolutely chuffed to bits, to be honest. It's been a bit of a hectic week with the announcement from Matchroom and that. So just enjoying it, really enjoying the ride. Got a big smile on my face because of it all.
How long have you known, or how long since you actually signed the contract with Matchroom? Obviously, it's only just been announced.
So I went down to the Warrington Laura press conference, and that's when I signed it there. So I think at first they weren't planning on announcing it until October, but they just said recently that they were going to announce it September. So all good, onwards and upwards.
Were there other offers on the table? And if so, what made you pick Matchroom and the Zone?
There was no doubt in my mind, really. Like from a young age, I've wanted to box on the Matchroom shows and that. Like they're the top dogs, aren't they? They've got the best boxers. You want to be on them top bills with all them best boxers. But there was offers from others as well. Don't really want to name drop them, but there was other offers on the table. But there was no doubt in my mind that I wanted to go with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn.
And why is now the right time to turn pro? I know you're 26 years old. You obviously, unfortunately, missed out on the Olympics, a combination of kind of COVID and injury and competition at the weight. But why now?
It just felt like the right time, to be honest, mate. Obviously, I've done 6 years now on Team GB. Got some good experience. Got good experience in the WSB. Been all the majors at the Olympians I'd been to, but because of the weight change at the last minute, I didn't end up going. So got out that experience, and like you say, I'm 26 now. If I was to stick around till the next Olympics, 29 would have been a bit. Wouldn't have been enough time to make a dent in the pro scene. So like I say, it felt like the right time to go now, and I'm happy with my decision and excited for the change.
You're a multiple-time national champion, many wins for the WSB team as well. Was there never an opportunity for you to compete for that 64 kilo place? I know you were 60 before, but when the weights changed, could you have competed for 64 for Tokyo?
Yeah, so what happened was when the weights got changed, my 60 kilo spot got taken out. I moved up into the 64 division, but obviously my teammate Luke McCormack from Berkeley was the number one at that spot. And when they're so established at the weight, it's hard to knock them off the top spot. Whereas like Luke had ranking points from his major medals. I had ranking points at 60 kilo with my major medals, but you couldn't carry them up. So he already had a ranking points to get seeded in the Olympics. So it would have been tough to knock him off the top spot. But when I moved up, I went to my first tournament in Lithuania, which I won gold at. So I'd done everything I could to make a statement at the weight. But it wasn't enough to. Luke was too established at that weight at the time to take his spot.
It must be a bit weird to have so many people around the same weight competing at Berkeley, because obviously there's Luke, there's Pat, there's you, there's Cyrus. You know, it must be pretty strange.
Well, I think it's what's got good over the years. Obviously, we've had such good sparring with each other. Like from the age of 13, me, Pat, and Luke have been sparring together in Berkeley, and then when we all got on GB, we've all been sparring together on GB as well. So it's brought. I think the competitive side of us brought to a higher level, and we've all shown that when we went to the major competitions. We've all medalled in that, and so I think that sparring each other and the competitive side of each other, trying to get one over on each other and sparring, it's really helped with.
With your amateur pedigree, how fast or not do you feel you can be moved as a pro?
I do think I could be moved quite quickly. Obviously, like you say, with the WSB experience, I've already had five rounders already. Had a bit of experience weighing in the day before, so I would obviously I'm 26, so time's on my side now. I think if I was to wait around to the next Olympics, 29, I would have have to fast track too fast. Whereas now I can sort of learn the pro game, learn my way around it, learn some new tricks, pick up some tricks that the pros use, and learn the trade properly.
And were you always going to stick with Graham Rutherford at Berkeley on turning pro? I know some fighters, when they turn from amateur to pro, change trainers, but I guess there's a very strong bond there.
Aye, of course. Like I say, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Graham's, I strongly believe Graham gets the best out of us. He's a great coach. People say, oh, it's an amateur coach. There's a difference between the pro, but it's a fight at the end of the day, and you're in there, you're having a fight. It's just a longer fight. But Graham's been loyal to me over the years, not just in the boxing, in the when I got let on, I was working in Nissan on the production line, and when I got let on from there, Graham took us to work with him on the scrap. So I was working with Graham on the scrap for a bit. There's a funny story actually. I was driving his van round, practicing for my driving test. So he was letting us drive the scrap van round. And the day before my test, it was lashing down with rain, and I've come off a roundabout, and the back end's kicked out, and I've been snaking it along the road like that, and come off the road, flying into loads of trees and that, and completely wrote the van off. But I passed my test the next day, like, so now like a bit of pre-match nerves there.
You got your accident out of the way the day before. That's good.
Aye.
I'm not sure he would have seen it that way, but I'm sure it's all good now. When you were kind of thinking about turning pro, you said about Matchroom have the best fighters on the biggest shows. Was there anyone in particular that you were watching thinking, yeah, I can't wait to be in that sort of position, or, you know, similar to that fighter?
Well, of course, you've got the likes of the ones that turned over before us in the other Olympic cycles. You always look up to them. You've got your Anthony Joshua's, your Luke Campbell's from the 2012 cycle, your Josh Buatti's from the Rio cycle, Joe Joyce. I know he's not with Matchroom, but you look up to these, like when you're on the squad and that, you've seen these be successful at the top level in the amateurs, and you aspire to be like them and to move into the pro game like they are. So seeing them on the Matchroom shows, the likes of Buatti and that, and seeing how well he's done and how well he's accustomed to the pro game, it's like it gives you a spur on to do that as well, because they've boxed at the same level you're boxing at, and they're going on to the pro game. It's like a realization to you that you can do that as well. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make myself a big name in the pro game as well.
What weight are you going to compete as a pro? And have you got a debut date?
I haven't got a debut date set in yet, but they said try and be ready for November. So I've been in the gym anyway with Cyrus. Obviously, Graham's been in camp with Cyrus for the fight out in Barcelona, which he just won on the DAZN show. So I've been training with him. I've been sparring with him all through camp. So I've been in the gym the full time. Weight-wise, I'm going to do super lightweight to start off with. See how it comes off, because obviously, as you know, I used to box at 60 kilo, which is closer to lightweight. When the weight got taken out, the GB had us on the weights to bulk up to 64 kilo. So it'll be a case of starting at that, and then maybe work my way down after. See how the weight comes off. See how I'm dealing with it.
Well, you missed that side of things at GB, like the separate S&C, the track work, the nutrition side as well with Mark Ellison up there. Or do you know enough now from your time there that you can do it all yourself?
Yeah, like I say, I've been on 6 years now, so you gain experience from that. You pick up little things. Obviously, you know, to be a professional athlete, you've got to be training like that into that intensity. But obviously, yeah, I will miss it. I miss the camaraderie and that. Ellison's a great bloke. He's a belt of laugh and that. All of them down there, all the support staff and the coaching staff, going to miss them. But like you say, obviously, when you've been down there that long, you pick up stuff, and you know how you need to be training to be a professional athlete and to be at that top level.
Any particular fighters that you're influenced by, whose elements of their style that maybe you've taken on or that you like to watch?
Just like the Southpaws, obviously, Manny Pacquiao, Lomachenko, some of the Cubans I used to love to watch as well. Mario Kindelan, Regondo, used to love their style. So used to watch a lot of them, watch a lot of Pacquiao and some of his great fights as well. So, but some belter names out there that I tend to study in that a lot. I watch a lot of boxing. I do like watching it. And just picking little bits up off it, each of the fighters.
And for people out there who didn't see you box in the WSB or as an amateur, just explain what your style's like, what people can expect.
I would say I'm a pressure counter puncher. I like to hold the centre and make my opponents make the mistakes, pressure them into making mistakes. And when they do make the mistakes, I'll capitalise. Great
stuff. And just before I let you go, tell people out there how they can find you on the different social media platforms. They can find out exactly what's going on, and they'll be the first to know the debut date.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, both Calum French with an underscore at the end. On Facebook, just Calum French, 1 L in Calum. Make sure you put 1 L in Calum because everyone gets that wrong. So I'm quite up to date on my social media. I'm quite active on it now. Obviously, with me social media platform growing, with that picture I put on of me and Eddie Hearn, everyone's your best pal now. But my social media platform's growing now that I've turned over. Obviously, because you're behind the curtain down there in Sheffield, aren't you? No one really knows who you are. But when you put a picture on and shaking hands with Eddie, everyone's like, "Oh, who's this? Who's the new kid on the block?" You know what I mean? So,
great stuff.
I'll Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What else am I on? LinkedIn for any companies that want to sponsor us.
Good stuff. I was just waiting for you to add TikTok at the end.
No, I'm not into that yet. Like, you'll not have me dancing on video and that, man.
Give it time. They got Ted Cheeseman dressed up as Cheese Man, if you remember. So anything's possible. No. Great stuff, mate. I really appreciate your time. I look forward to watching you in action, and we'll have to catch up again soon.
Spot on, mate. Good to speak to you.